Welcome to Core Concepts from Dent Gaming. Let's see this build. Hey, what's up everybody? Got another build for you today. This is Overclocked. I named him Overclocked because he's got a hidden little thing inside of him that a lot of people don't expect, and so they underestimate what this thing is capable of. But we'll get to that when we look at the inside parts of this build. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. We are running the Chang Chan machine gun. Chang Chan machine gun, really amazing number of rounds at 990 and a very large magazine capacity of 45. Attack power impact super low, cumulative impact super low. This is really just meant to keep them moving around and not me, basically, so I can just spray and keep spraying, and that's why we do. So it's got a rapid fire of 10, which actually is about half the GAT, the big GAT, so it's pretty freaking fast. So direct hit adjustment is 195, so if they are staggered, you can just keep shooting them with this and it will amplify the attack power and the impact, which is kind of cool. But impact doesn't really matter too awfully much when they're staggered, because it won't build stagger until a couple seconds after they stagger. So really you're just looking for that attack power. So I digress. I made a mistake just now. Anyway, moving on. The other hand, this is the thing that a lot of people will underestimate, is the laser shotgun in this hand. This charge attack power of 1307 is huge. It also has a direct hit adjustment of 145, which is actually kind of on the low side, but when you're talking 1300 attack power, that's fine. That's fine. Not to mention, it's got all that damage. It's relatively lightweight. It's got a pretty high EN load, but it's relatively lightweight. So this is a pretty interesting shotgun. Also, it got a buff in the last patch where I believe it was shot speed went up. So definitely a shotgun to look out for. Moving on. Both back weapons are the P03 MLT-06s, and that's because I need to keep those applying pressure as well. So these three weapons, both back weapons and the left arm unit, the right arm unit, are there to keep pressure on my opponent, to keep them boosting around, to keep them thinking like, oh, I'm going to beat this dude. And then I can use the laser shotgun 4 times before I start charging it. Once I start charging it, though, I just keep firing, get the stagger, and then unleash the charged payload of the laser shotgun. So that's a standard shot. The charged payload of this thing, though, charged in 0.7 seconds. Boom. That's a big hit. All right, so that is the battle strategy and the weapons here. Moving on to the frame, I am running the Mine Beta Head. I've used the Mine Beta Head countless times, and the reason is very low EN load, very high stability, probably one of the best in the game when it comes to stability EN load ratios, just because it's got the highest stability in the game for any head part. The Alba Core, I'm running this because it actually helps out with my boosters. 115 is the third best booster efficiency core in the game, so it does that very well. Not to mention very balanced statistics in the defense department, and all of these are over 100, which I love. You guys know I love that. I love it. Lightweight as well at 1,200 or 12,000 units. So yeah, very lightweight core. Awesome core. Arms, VP46Ds. These things are actually surprisingly well balanced, except for the defenses. That's where they struggle a little bit. But as far as being assertive, the firearm specialization and melee specialization on here are awesome. I'm not meleeing, but the firearm specialization on this is pretty dope. Now that I'm thinking about it, I might do an arm change, because I really just kind of need... they're a little weighty. Now, I'm going to keep those arms. Those arms are good. They work. I've done this many times. Every time I've brought this into ranked, it's gotten me at least 1 win. At least. I'm not saying how many times I've brought it into rank, but every time I've brought this, I actually fought an S rank with this build and won. I don't know how. I think he was just goofing around. I think he was just having a laugh and wasn't playing his best. But I got a win against an S rank, which is kind of cool, because I will never achieve S rank. I want you guys to know that right here, right now. I'm not S rank. The best I've done is A3 in my entire Armored Core 6 career. So that's the best I've ever done. But I digress. I did get a win against an S, and that is Overclock's claim to fame. All right, moving on to the legs, I believe. Yeah, we're on the crawlers. I am using these because their EN is super low, and they are actually pretty light at 16,000 units. So that's cool. The rest of these stats, it's cool that they're there. I mean, I guess they're very well balanced, but they're kind of on the lower side for the weight, and the attitude stability is kind of on the lower side for its weight. But they do boast one of the best EN loads of the legs in the game, if not the best EN load in the game. So, for legs. Anyway, that's why I'm running those. I am running Alula boosters because I need maneuverability. I need to stay on my toes, and my albacore helps out with those. So yeah, that's why. Talbot FCS because I am running missiles, and they help with missiles, and I am a close mid-range fighter, so that is what the Talbot's good at. This is the hidden secret that I was telling you guys about. This is the VE20B generator. Now, when I first was reviewing this, I did a test run. Like, I did a test, like, just kind of like practice, you know what I was going to say. And I was actually very surprised that I had the VE20B equipped. And I was like, well, why am I not running the VP20C? It would be so much better for me. Look at these statistics light up. The only thing that goes down is ENK. This is way better than what I'm running. And then I realized this is why that shotgun takes people by surprise. Because they're not expecting it to hit that freaking hard, but it does. So if I do some quick math here, we're going to drop the 1, we're going to divide 50 by 2, we're going to get 25. And then we're going to put a percent sign at the end of that. I'm going to say, quick maths, it adds 25% to my firepower. Now, when you're talking about a firepower, a charged shot, mind you, of 25% increase to 1307, that is huge. Huge numbers. I'm not doing it in my head. I mean, I know it adds at least 250 more, so it's in the 15s, probably 17s to be honest with you. That takes people by surprise. Not to mention it actually works for the attack power and the impact, the regular old impact. So yeah, it hits a lot harder than people suspect, and people will underestimate it. Now it's been patched, maybe it won't, but until further notice, it does. And pulse armor, because we are a little bit on the squishy side for how heavy we are. So we're about a light midweight, and we've got lightweight defenses all day long. So yeah, pulse armor is the thing that made the most sense to compensate for that. That is the build and battle strategy. Let me go ahead and show you guys what this thing can do. Come here, Freud.
Main system activating combat mode.
Alrighty, yeehaw! Come on. Give me that stagger. There it is. Oh, yes. Give me that. Oh, you turd basket. Okay, his shield's getting close, and now. Splash damage didn't get him? Oh my gosh. Oh, I got him though. Look at him slide up the wall. This man fell up. Alright guys, that was overclocked. I'm going to go ahead and upload him just for you. Here is his share ID. We got a share ID of JDLYN22. BNQBT. If you like them, take them. He's all yours. I had an absolute blast using this big giant robot to blow stuff up. Please like and subscribe. Thank you and goodbye.